Okay, well, my name's Jennifer Kellaher, but my parents, who were Major and Mrs Sandeman, lived at Penrest, Summerlees Crescent, Bude, and I was away at school at that time of the war, and so I only met the three rangers who were billeted on us occasionally in the holidays. And the most momentous event that I remember was cooking Christmas lunch with Len and Jo and my sister in the kitchen, as the cook that my parents had was on holiday. And it was a hilarious evening because we were only youngsters. I was about 17, and we really hadn't got much experience of cooking at that point, and neither had Len or Jo. And so it was a great evening. Len was a grand fellow, he really was. And Jo was very nice, but he was much quieter than Len, and I remember them with affection. They were extraordinarily good in the house. They had a bedroom at the top of the house, and so they had a number of stairs to get up to it. And my father was a very poor sleeper, so my mother impressed on them that they must be very quiet when they went up to bed at night. And so they used to take their boots off downstairs and creep up like mice. And I remember on one occasion, I think they'd probably had too much to drink or something, and they came in very late, and so they kept downstairs so as not to go up and make a noise and wake him up. They were very good in that way. The unit were mostly billeted down round by the Falcon, and they ate at a mess in the pavilion, which was the end of Summerlees Crescent. And so Len said, would it be possible for them to put hooks up in the back passage of the house so that his men could leave their mess kits there instead of having to go back down to the Falcon and then come back up to the Downs for training. And so there were a whole row of mess kits lined up in the back passage. And in the evening, very often they used to come back into the kitchen, and we had a cook at that time, and Mary used to cook the stuff they'd bring in from the canteen, and they were very comfortable there. It was nicer for them than going back down to their billets where they might be on their own. They used to go up to the Northcote Mouth and Sandymouth and climb the cliffs there. And they rigged up a zip wire across the swimming pool. And I must say, I looked at that and I was too scared to go down it. I think some people did. First zip wire anybody had ever seen, I think. And I remember him saying that the Rangers were like one big family. If any of the Rangers were in trouble or wanted help or had family that they wanted looked after, he would organise that. So he was a very, very, very grand chap indeed.
Mm-hmm.